assembly line inside the museum where we're creating 2,200 handmade clay bells. And so we're inscribing these symbols onto these bells, and the survey results will be a public sculpture in the garden where rising up 11 feet tall and 18 feet wide will be a representation of a geologic core sample. We're using 5 different colors of clay, so you'll see the strata.
Okay.
And you'll be surrounded by the symbols of Mississippi resonating together. All the symbols that seem wrapped up in Mississippi identity seem to pre-exist us, and just to be these existent things that have this authority, that it's difficult to move those out of the way and get at, well, who are we really, and what do we really think about ourselves?
When you say symbol,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Something that they hold true?
It might be something that's 1,000 years old, you know. I mean, it might be, you know, a crescent moon, you know, that really speaks to, or an ankh, you know, or it might be something that they've created all their own, where they think, well, you know, baseball is something that's really important to me, and I like to climb trees, and so it's like a picture of a tree with like a little baseball.
I'm working with kids. We try to, you know, we work in symbols a lot in my art class, and I cannot get them past a 5-point and a 6-point star, or, you know, they're gangster symbols. In other words, like how can and I'm always trying, and I've got a good relationship with my kids, and I'm always trying to get them to think deeper, personal, you know, get beyond what you want people to see you as, the gangster, and tell me who you are. And I have trouble with that. How do you get that?
You know, first let's say, you know, a symbol is something that represents something else. Like when you see it, you don't just think of what you're seeing, you think of something else.
Okay.
And then I ask, you know, what symbols do maybe you see in this room? And then you can look around, especially if you're in a classroom, like they'll usually have all kind of different posters with things on it that are intended to invoke some idea. And then once, you know, they may put out a few of those to say, well, okay, do y'all see any symbols on each other? And then, you know, I mean, someone may have a little polo man on their shirt, you know, or you might say the socks, you know, that's a symbol.
So it can be something that they personally just like, or it could be something like a cypress tree or the river that is within their community. So it can really be a variety of symbols that just
Exist
resonate
or don't
with them.
exist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our symbols would be different, because our kids, like Robin said, a 5-point star, a 6-point star, that's as far as they think. And they also don't realize that, you know, they think art is being able to draw real good or form, you know, clay real good. I'm letting them know, just like I did when I was with y'all, know whatever you do, it's your art, it's your work, and it's beautiful. I mean, you know, a lot of the paintings that go for millions of dollars, you can't even tell what it is. You know what I'm saying? They just put a philosophy to it, a theme, and they put it on canvas. And our kids, they don't have the incentive to reach deep like that because of their situation. So what
No one's asked that of them, really.
Right.
I mean, no one's ever asked this of them.
No. So that would be a good project just to get kids or people in the community to reach deep, because even the people in the community hadn't been asked to do a symbol. Because the Mississippi Delta is unique in its needs, unique in its existence. There's not too many places like this. I refuse to think that there's a lot of places like the Mississippi Delta. So I think it'll be a good thing if we can, you know, collaborate.
Your image is going to go at the Mississippi Museum of Art, you know,
Right.
and be displayed as artwork along with everybody else, on equal footing as everybody else, you know.
Yeah, our kids never thought that the cocoon that they did would still be talked about today.
That's really awesome.
I didn't realize that their pictures and images and letters were being shown to other kids in other areas, and they're interested in Skyping and
Really?
talking to the kids in the Mississippi Delta because their needs are so different. So once the kids in Brooklyn read the kids from Greenwood's story, it's like, we thought we had it bad. We want to meet those people, you know, because they go without so much. And this is one of the only places that you can actually do stuff that should have been done years ago.
So in a way, it's a wishful spell, you know, that all these symbols really will have a resonation with each other, and that will begin this kind of conversation just by bringing those individual symbols into dialogue in a space. We said there's a Presbyterian church up there, right?